Hi, right, here we go. Another setup. I'm going to have a faff about with some watercolour. I'm going to be using more or less a Ron Ransom palette, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm taking a leaf out of Dave Usher's book and just going for it. So we'll see what happens. Start off by wetting the paper all over. I'm working on Waterford, £140. I've just got it stuck on a rather shiny board with some clips. If it does start to expand, all I've got to do is pull the corners. But I don't think it will enough to bother with, because it's £140 and it's good rag paper. Right, okay, I've got some wetting for the sky. This water's filthy as well. Why it's not coming out green or grey, I've got no idea. Right, okay, sky. Some raw sienna. I need to charge my palette soon, but it should be alright for another picture. Very thin raw sienna in the middle, just to give a bit of glow. I'll bring it down, just in case I put some water in the bottom. I don't know whether I will or not. Right, there's that. Now, ultramarine. Again, I need to charge this. Not the cleanest paint in the world, but then it's probably going to be a wintry sky, so. I wrote a little note to myself last night saying all the things that I'm supposed to do before I make a video. And the first one is decide what you're going to do. Ha! So much for that one. Out the window like everything else. Right, there we go, a bit of sort of sky. I might pull some of that out. In fact, I think I will. While the brush is still wet, excuse my head. I'll pull some clouds out of that. Not particularly white, but a little less grey than the others. Right, that'll do. It'll be a very peely-welly sky when it eventually dries. Right, what shall I do? I know. Where I go out with the dogs most days, a place called Allen Waters, there's a bit where you're coming back to the car park and there's like a, I don't know what it is, spoil heap of some sort, where they dug up a golf course, and that's on that side, and there's sort of a running in bit going there, and I'll base it on that with this sort of hill going up that side out of the way. It's all very grassy, all a bit sere at the moment. Now that's on there. And on the other side, there's so much more all the way along here. You've got sort of a grassy walkway. There's some trees off in the distance there that I'll put in later. Now, I've got the blue, mix them up over here and bung some lemon in it. Give us a greeny colour. There's grass down here, but I'm going to pull that into it and keep the brush strokes flat at the bottom, and then going up here there'll be some twiggy things coming out at the top of that. I'm leaving the middle bit because there's almost always a puddle right in the middle of it, which Rosie the spaniel loves. Splashing about in puddles like nobody's business. Right, okay. Now, while it's still damp, I'm going to use the number 8 round and some more of that. A little bit of Payne's grey in it. That's not Payne's grey, is it? Yes, it is. And over here, tree bits on the far side. Bit of light reddy sort of colour, add that into the mix, make a sort of grey, and along here, the path, leave me gap for Rosie's puddle. Might put some more in there actually. Drop in some dark. I'm using a little bit of indigo as well as the ultramarine here because it makes lovely darks. Purists among you will tut, but I like it. I'm letting it bleed black in there because it's a very rough hillside. I don't mind it not being a straight line. look at the way it's bleeding in there. It's beautiful, isn't it? I'll see if I can think to do a close-up of that later on. See where it's going, but it's just... I love watercolour. I'm not very good with it, but I do love it. Now, do some darker greeny colours in there. Use a little bit of cadmium. And while this is still dry, I'll put some more growy bits. Just move out the way you, using the edge of the brush, rolling it about, getting some more of these soaky in bits. Put some of the dark. And some of that light red for some weeds. Got something showing. I'll give that a little bit of a tug. I'm using very wet washes. Come back. Right, now on this side we've got these sort of lovely subtle things there. Now I'm going to put some thicker paint, ultramarine, cadmium, a little bit of that. And that's dry now, so I can put I'm not sure what's happening, I'm just putting some shapes in that look growy. Behind there we've got this. This is actually, if it were a real life picture, sort of dead grass growing up. Do some ripper work in there later on. almost pure, just mix up a little bit of dark in it, drag it across Bosie's puddle. Some at the top, just to give it something to reflect. Some dark, using the indigo, just drop some darks into there. That's nearly dry, so I can put a little bit of definition into it. Little bits of shadow. This is grass and shale and rubbish. Now, let that dry. Yeah, behind there I'm going to put some more. So I've decided they start to look a bit like trees over there, so I'll put some more of that, very pale, to fade into there, because there's going to be, I think I'll put something in the centre. Right, we've got another layer added to the back there. I think, yeah, in here I'll get some wet into there, put some more greens. Blue. In here just to bring it forward. I'll stick a little bit of alizarin in there just to make it pop a bit. Now use a little flat. This is a squirrel flat, about 1/2 inch. It's lovely. It can be, you can use really sharp lines with it. So I'm going to get some dark colour. Not very wet at all. It holds so much water and paint, this brush. You've got to be a bit careful when you're loading it. and trying to keep my head out from where the camera. At one time I would have tried to do a lot of this with a small hake, but I'm learning my limitations with the hake. I am not the best hake controller in the world, so leave that. Put some of the light red colour into this dark. Umber. Where is that? A little edge to Rosie's puddle. Just smudging this out with my finger. I want to get a rough edge there. And this side, I'm going to go to my nice new rigger. I do like this rigger. I got 3 of them the other day. They're from the SAA and they're imitation sable, and I'll see how they last, but I've heard good reports of them and they're lovely. They act exactly like a sable rigger at the moment. They flick and they do all sorts. Now keep a fairly peely valley colour there. use the edge of the brush too. Now on this side I'm going to put a more defined twiggy thing growing up out of there. Just to make something interesting on this side. Getting somewhere. Now there, in real life, is the gate into the car park, so I shall put a little gatey shape in. Don't want it closed. If you leave the gate slightly open, then people will want to walk through it. If you close it, it's a barrier. Psychology. I think, just to give a little point of interest, I'll wake up my cadmium red. That's wet. Before I do anything else, get very, very dark. Dry, you little brush. Very, very dark blue. Would you or would you not? Yes, we might, I see. Certainly in that one. There, I'm going to leave that one as it is, and hope that people enjoyed it. If it's worked,